Students, welcome to the class, and this video is for class 10th. Class 10th. Now, today we discuss the very first chapter of class 10th, that is chemical reaction and equations. Chemical reaction and equations. So first of all, what is a chemical reaction? What is a chemical reaction? Now, a chemical reaction can be defined as a process in which reactant changes to the product. Reactant changes to the product. Means to say that reactant gives product, and the properties of both reactant and product are different. The properties of reactant and product are different. Ma'am, please. Properties of reactant and product are different. So, if this is a reaction, Mg plus O2 gives MgO, or we can write 2Mg plus O2 gives MgO. Then this is the reactant part and this is the product part. So the properties of reactant and product are also different and always different. Okay. But there is a factor, that is law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. According to this, the mass of reactant side must be equals to the mass of product side. The mass of reactant side must be equals to the mass of product side. So, in a balanced chemical reaction, now there is a new term, that is balanced chemical reaction. How we know that a chemical reaction is balanced or not? If the number of atoms in each side is equal, is same, then the reaction will be a balanced chemical reaction. Like C plus O2 gives CO2. This is a balanced chemical reaction. 1 carbon, 2 oxygen, 1 carbon and 2 oxygens. Like Mg plus O2 gives 2 MgO. This is unbalanced reaction because there is only 1 Mg and 2 O, but in the product side both the magnesium and oxygen are 2. So when we write like 2 Mg plus O2, it gives 2 MgO, then this represents a balanced chemical reaction. So this is a very basic difference between balanced and unbalanced reaction. So in a balanced reaction, the law of conservation of mass means the mass of reactant must be equals to the mass of product. So from the law of conservation of mass, you can define the balanced chemical reaction. Now, factors which justify the existence of chemical reaction. Factors which justify the existence of a chemical reaction. First is change in color. If there is a chemical reaction, and how can we identify that chemical reaction is going or not, then we can observe the color of the reactant molecule as well as the product molecule. If there is any color difference between reactant and product, then there must be a chemical change between them. Like rusting of iron. Rusting of iron. Then iron changes from metallic color to brown color. The rust is of brown color and iron belongs to metallic color. So the change in color is an example of, or is a indicating factor which can prove that a chemical reaction is going on. Next one is change in temperature. Change in temperature. On the basis of change in temperature, there is two types of reaction. One is exothermic and another one is endothermic. In case of exothermic reaction, heat comes out, and in case of endothermic reaction, heat is required. In case of exothermic reaction, heat comes out, and in case of endothermic reaction, some heat is required. Like if we write A plus B in presence of heat gives C, then this delta sign denotes that heat is required for the completion of reaction. Now, this is an example of endothermic reaction. Like C plus O2 gives CO2. Carbon, when react with oxygen, means burning of carbon release some CO2 plus heat. Large amount of heat evolved after burning of carbon. This is an example of exothermic reaction. When CaO dissolve in water, it gives CaOH whole twice. Calcium oxide, when react with water, it gives calcium hydroxide plus heat. This reaction is highly exothermic because large amount of heat evolved from the reaction. Now, next factor is formation of PPT, means precipitate. Formation of precipitate. Okay. Then this is a beaker with solution A. Beaker have a solution named A. When another substance B added to the beaker of solution A, then a deposition starts in the bottom of solution A. This deposited matter is known as precipitate. For example, AgCl plus KNO3 A solution of AgCl, silver chloride, when react with potassium nitride, it forms AgNO3 as precipitate, and precipitate denoted by a down arrow. Formation of precipitate silver nitrate when a solution of silver chloride react with potassium nitrate, and this precipitate can be denoted by a down arrow. Now, the last factor is change, and change is of two types: physical change and chemical change. Physical change are such types of changes which can be recovered easily, like ice form water. There is no any chemical loss between ice and water, but burning of a paper is a chemical change. We cannot reverse this process, which belongs to the category of chemical change, but we can easily reverse all the process belongs to the category of a physical change. So, the two changes, physical and chemical, also decides the progress of a chemical reaction in the given compound or given chemical reaction. Now, some of the examples are developing tree. This is an example of chemical change, not physical change. Developing tree is an example of a chemical change. Burning of coal or paper or anything which can burn is an example of chemical change, because burning means the reaction with oxygen. So, if direct reaction involves, then the change will be a chemical change. But sublimation is a physical change. Sublimation means direct conversion of solid to gas, like in case of camphor. Direct conversion of solid into gas, like in case of camphor, belongs to the category of physical change, because we can easily reverse this gaseous camphor and form the solid camphor again. But once if we burn this camphor in presence of oxygen, then this form CO2 and H2O only, and we cannot reverse the reaction. Then burning of camphor is a chemical change, but sublimation of camphor is a physical change. Boiling of water is a physical change, because it just change its state from liquid to vapor. So, this is all about the chemical and physical change. There are so many types of chemical reaction. Like combination, decomposition, ऑक्सीडेशन रिडक्शन डिस्प्लेसमेंट डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट and redox. These are the basic types of chemical reaction, and today we discuss the combination reaction. Combination reaction may be defined as the reaction in which two species combine to form a new species, like A plus B gives C, and remember that the properties of this C will always different from A and B. Like 2H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O. Also N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. The next will be C plus O2 gives CO2, S plus O2 gives SO2, Na plus Cl2 gives 2NaCl, and Mg plus Cl2 gives MgCl2. All these are types of combination reaction because two or more than two reactants combine together to give product. So we can define combination reaction as a type of reaction in which two or more than two reactants combine to give a single product, and all the properties of that product must be different from the reactant. This is the very basic idea of combination reaction. A reaction may require some catalyst also. So a catalyst can be defined as a substance which can enhance the rate of reaction, which can increase the rate of reaction. This increase of rate of reaction means the change of reactant to the product. The rate of change of reactant molecule to form product molecule is known as rate of reaction. कितनी रफ्तार से रिएक्टेंट मॉलिक्यूल जो है वो टूट रहे हैं और कितनी रफ्तार से प्रोडक्ट का नया मॉलिक्यूल बन रहा है, इस चीज को कहा गया रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन. So a rate of reaction can be increased by involvement of a catalyst in the reaction, but a catalyst do not take part in the reaction. A catalyst do not take part in the reaction. Only its presence can alter the rate of reaction. Okay guys, so इस वीडियो में इतना ही. नेक्स्ट क्लास पे हम डिकम्पोजिशन रिएक्शन के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. सो तब तक के लिए थैंक यू. ओके, गुड बाय.